Hello everybody, this is Dr. Debbie with Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio, in our Healing Circle, Feel Better Daily. This week we are doing a focus stack, and episode 1 is dopamine and intention reset. Have you ever noticed you can't watch a show without your phone in your other hand anymore? Or you sit down to read a book and you're rereading the same paragraph 3 times? That's not a willpower problem, my friends. That's a wiring problem. And today I'm going to show you exactly what's happening in your brain and how to reset it. Let's talk first about dopamine, because it's probably the most misunderstood chemical in wellness conversations right now. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical. That's actually more the job of opioids and serotonin. Dopamine is the motivation and anticipation chemical. It's what makes you reach for the next thing. Here's the key mechanism. Dopamine works on a system of contrast. Your brain doesn't just respond on how good something feels. It responds to how much better than this thing is than what came before it. Researchers who study behavioral addiction, like Dr. Anna Lembke at Stanford, describe this as a balanced scale in your brain. Every time you get a hit of high stimulation input, a notification, a scroll, an autoplay video, the scale tips toward pleasure. But your brain, always seeking balance, tips it right back by dulling your baseline sensitivity. Over time, that baseline drops. Ordinary things, a walk, a conversation, a quiet focus time, stop registering as rewarding at all. That's why deep work feels almost physically uncomfortable now for a lot of us. Your brain has recalibrated its definition of enough stimulation, and it's set way too high. This is also why willpower isn't the fix. You're not undisciplined. Your reward system has been retrained by an environment engineered, literally by product teams, to maximize dopamine hits per minute. The challenge is that most focus hacks try to fight this with more effort, more willpower, more blocking apps, more guilt, but you can't out-discipline a recalibrated reward system. You have to actually reset the baseline. Here's the solution, my friends. Here's what actually works based on the behavioral research. First, build in a period of low stimulation, not zero stimulation. This is where the idea of a dopamine detox gets oversimplified. You don't need to sit in a dark room. You need extended stretches, even 60 to 90 minutes, where you're not switching inputs every few seconds. A walk without a podcast, cooking without a video playing. This lets your baseline sensitivity recover. Second, practice what researchers call effortful reward. Activities where the reward comes after some friction, a workout, a puzzle, a real conversation. Rebuild your tolerance for delayed gratification, which is the actual muscle being atrophied by the infinite scroll. Third, and this is the one people skip, notice the urge without acting on it immediately. When you feel the pull to check your phone, wait 60 seconds. That gap is where your prefrontal cortex, the planning, decision-making part of your brain, gets to weigh in again instead of your reward system running the show unopposed. This is where I like to add something rather than just take something away, because restriction alone doesn't stick. Instead of reaching for your phone between tasks, build a small ritual around a warm cup of Agara Cafe or Matcha Agara. It gives your brain a different small reward, one that supports steady energy instead of the spike and crash cycle of constant notifications. And when you sit down for a low stimulation stretch, diffusing doTERRA Wild Orange can help. It's uplifting without being jittery, and it gives your brain a pleasant sensory anchor that isn't a screen. Your brain isn't broken, my friends. It's just been trained by an environment that wasn't built with your attention span in mind. The good news? Baselines reset. It just takes consistency, not willpower. Tomorrow, my friends, we're talking about something that's quietly sabotaging your focus before you even wake up, your blue light and sleep-wake rhythm. I will see you then in tomorrow's circle. But remember, check out Patreon. If you want more, if you want early releases of these streams, if you want support from me, if you want a community that is all about supporting each other in feeling better daily, hop on over to Patreon. The link is in the description and the first comment. Peace, love, and light to you all. I will see you tomorrow in the circle. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Debbie with Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio and our Healing Circle, Feel Better Daily. We are on the focus stack this week, and this is episode 2, Blue Light and Sleep-Wake Rhythm. If you have ever had a great night's sleep and still felt foggy by 10 a.m., or you're wide awake at midnight even though you're exhausted, this episode is for you, because your focus today was largely decided last night, hours before you even opened your eyes. Your ability to focus runs on something called your circadian rhythm, a roughly 24-hour internal clock run by a cluster of cells in your hypothalamus called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This clock doesn't just control sleep, it times your cortisol release, your body temperature, and critically, your cognitive alertness throughout the day. The main input this clock uses to set itself is light, specifically blue wavelength light hitting specialized photoreceptors in your eyes called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. These cells aren't for seeing. Their entire job is to tell your brain what time it is. Here's the problem. These receptors are especially sensitive to blue light, and they don't care whether that light is coming from the sun or from your phone at 11 p.m. When you get blue light exposure late at night, it suppresses melatonin release, sometimes by 50% or more, and research shows this suppression can persist for over an hour after exposure. Your brain thinks it's still daytime, so it delays the whole cascade of processes that are supposed to prepare you for deep, restorative sleep. But here's the part most people miss. It's not just about nighttime light, it's about contrast. Your circadian system is calibrated by the difference between bright day and dark night. If your days are spent indoors under dim, artificial light, and your evenings are spent under bright screens, you've essentially flattened that contrast. And a flat signal is a confusing signal. Your internal clock can't set itself properly, which means the next day's alertness curve, the one that's supposed to peak in mid-morning and again in early afternoon, gets blunted or shifted. The challenge is that we treat sleep and focus as two separate problems. You take something for energy in the morning and something to unwind at night, without realizing they're the same system. Morning light exposure is the solution. It is the highest leverage habit here. Getting outside, no sunglasses, just 5 to 10 minutes within the first hour of waking sends a strong, clear signal that anchors your entire rhythm for the day. This single habit has more research behind it for improving both sleep onset and daytime alertness than almost anything else in sleep literature. In the evening, the goal isn't perfection, it's contrast. Dim your main lights starting about 90 minutes before bed. If you're on a screen, night mode helps, but it doesn't eliminate the problem. The biggest lever is just reducing total light exposure, not filtering its color. And build a wind-down cue your brain learns to associate with a shift from day to night. This is where scent can do real work. Lavender and vetiver from doTERRA are both studied for their calming effect on the nervous system, and using them consistently as part of an evening ritual helps train your brain to recognize it's time to downshift faster over time. Focus isn't just a daytime skill. It's the output of a well-timed rhythm that starts the moment you wake up. Get the light right and everything downstream gets easier. Next, tomorrow, why you literally cannot concentrate in a stressed state and how to shift your nervous system into one built for deep work. That, my friends, will be episode 3. If you have found this content valuable or informational to you, please hop on over to Patreon and check out our Healing Circle there. You get early releases of these streams, resources, daily anchors, and direct support from me, and much more. It's only $7.99 a month, so please take a look. On that note, my friends, I love you all. Peace, love, and light to you, and I'll see you tomorrow in the circle.